behind that, that's a heck of a foundation to build on. But we also just can't act like that foundation is, 2 feet deep of ice, going out ice fishing. That foundation isn't there yet. And why? Well, because they're in their second year of college basketball, and the majority of them are.
Yeah, and it's tough. It is a tough transition. When we get to talk to the players after the game or on the radio show, they all talk about that transition and the difference between playing in high school and playing in college. And it's a bigger step than maybe some fans like to admit to. It's not that easy, correct?
It's not. And that's why I'm so proud of what these guys have accomplished. To think, where we're at, and we're not even a finished product yet. We're not even close to that, but we're getting better, right? To be sitting at 14-5, 4-4, right, with an opportunity here over the last 6 games to see what we can be against some incredible programs and really good coaches and players that are playing in their final year of college basketball all the way through, right? If there's ever a time to come in, right, and build with young guys, just like kind of like Coach Vinay and Coach Hockett and a lot of other coaches and programs that took over during COVID, this is a challenging time to do that with young guys. Well, why? Because, out of the seniors that are out there, probably 50% of them are in their 5th year rather than their 4th year, right? So you're asking young guys to go out there and do it. And Josiah Butler and Logan Baumgartner, Cal Crone, right? And then you think of Darius and Malik, who never played really 4-year college basketball, coming in, to do that, along with Seth Myron. And then we're getting play out of Grant Munns as a freshman and Carter Combs as a freshman and Tyshawn Teague starting now. Like that's really exciting stuff. And I think our fans have enjoyed it, and it's why we're number 1 in the league in attendance this year. You talk about that at the beginning, that when it gets cold out, you like that it's basketball season. But the people in central Wisconsin know it's basketball season when you look at what our attendance is and how they've come out to support this team. And it's something we'll never take for granted. And I hope we get a great crowd here tonight in our second to last regular season home game.
Yeah, that's amazing right there. Second to last regular season home game. My goodness gracious. Hopefully there'll be some tournament games, but you have to get some W's to make that happen, Coach. We're looking forward to the battle with the Falcons tonight. We wish you the best of luck and look forward to talking to you after the ball game.
Thanks, Scott.
The UW Stevens Point men's and women's basketball teams take on the Blackville Pioneers on Saturday. The women play at 3, the men at 7 o'clock. You can hear both games on True Oldies, 92.1 FM, 1010 AM, WPCN, on the internet at 921WPCN.com. Back at the Quant, ready to get this one tipped off tonight.
UW Stevens Point and UW River Falls. The other games tonight on the men's side, Oshkosh is playing at Whitewater. Eau Claire is in Menominee against Stout. And, of course, first place on the line tonight, John, in the men's side anyway. Lacrosse is down southwest at Platteville tonight.
That's a fact, and I would love, I'm happy to be here, obviously, but I'd love to be at that game. Those are two really good basketball teams, and, boy, something's got to give tonight.
You got that right. For the River Falls Falcons, they will go with 6'2" junior Jeremy Waguhu, 6'4" junior Gavin Ralph, 6'3" senior Zach Johnson, 6'8" senior Drew Adams, and 6'8" junior Jack Leifker. River Falls, coached by Jeff Burkhoff in his 19th season. The Falcons are 7-12 overall, 1-7 in conference play. For our pointers tonight, it is 6'5" freshman Tyshawn Teague Johnson out of Beloit Turner, 6'5" senior Malik Abdul Wahid from Brookfield Central, 6'5" sophomore Seth Myron from Appleton and Kimberly High School, 6'2" sophomore Josiah Butler from Appleton and Fox Valley Lutheran, and 6'8" sophomore Cal Crone from Waukesha West. Of course, the Pointers coached by Kent Dernbach in his second season, and the Pointers are 14-5 overall, 4-4 in conference play.
Well, we know how important it is to get off to a good beginning. You may remember at River Falls, we dominated those first 4 or 5 minutes and kept missing bunnies. And suddenly, we were down by a point, and you would have thought, oh, we might have a 6-7 point lead. And that didn't happen. So you got to be sharp right from the get-go.
That is a fact. Let's see what the guys can do here. And we'll keep our fingers crossed and see if we can't get to win number 15 overall and get above 500 in conference play. Well, Pointers in their home yellows and River in the road red.
I like the way we use our purple and our gold nowadays.
I do.
Sometimes years gone by, we've had white, we've had black, and we've pretty much gone to the traditional purple and gold.
Which are the school colors,
yeah,
right?
Even though it reminds me of that team across the river.
Ah, yeah. If anything, it reminds you of the LA Lakers.
Well, there you
basketball
go.
Here.
Right
Crone to jump center against Leifker, and the opening tip goes to UWSP. Josiah Butler walks it into the front court. Wangohu on the defense there, across the way to Malik. Top of the circle and over to the left side, Tyshawn. Left baseline, Myron. Kick out to Josiah, trying to get by Wanguhu. Nothing there. Tyshawn down the right side, attacks to the basket, has it blocked and out of bounds. It'll go back to Stevens Point.
Yeah, the help defender came back and got that from behind. It was Gavin Ralph.
So the Pointers will inbound under their basket. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Still looking. It comes on the floor. Off to Josiah. He'll lift a three. Not going to go. And the rebound off to River Falls. All right. Falcons will bring it up. Johnson, he is a dandy against Josiah Butler. Wanguhu over on the left side trying to get by Malik. Kick to the left corner. Out there with it is Adams. Back to Johnson. A push off there. Got away with it. 15-footer they lead.
Now Johnson only had 8 up at River Falls. He averages 16, and you know he would like to erase that performance here this evening.
So the Pointers down 2, and Tyshawn Teague Johnson over to Seth Myron. Out to the top of the circle. Right back to Seth as he heads right. Bad pass. Malik manages to gather it in somehow to the corner. It'll go there to Seth. Seth picked up his dribble. Into the high post. It'll go to Cal Crone, and an off-ball foul on Stevens Point.
On who?
Cal Crone screening.
Wow.
He had the ball in his hand.
Yeah, with the ball in his hand, and they said he pivoted into the path of the defender. But boy, oh boy, I don't know about that call, Scotty. Coach Dernbach certainly is not happy about it.
Well, and, you know, Coach Combs not happy either. Zach Johnson got away with a huge push-up the first time, and they got no whistle on that. Wanguhu gets to the basket, and we're going to get a foul.
That'll be on Tyshawn.
Yep.
Well, couple calls not going your way early.
So Wanguhu will go to the free throw line. He averages 4.7 points per ball game.
You know, it wasn't that Cal was a screener on that. He had the ball. He was simply pivoting to square up to the basket.
Yeah.
And you know, the defender got in his path for his pivot. Well, it is what it is, but don't agree with it.
Wanguhu missed the first, and he makes the second. We're down 3. Well, maybe this is a better sign. We haven't started well, and we're still right where we were over in River. I don't know. Cal outside the arc. Gives it out to Malik. Malik to the free throw line. Left side to Tyshawn. He's guarded by Johnson. Goes into the post to Cal Crone. Guarded down there by Leifker. Cal gets into the lane. Wants to go with that left hand. He will, and he lost the ball going up. You're down 3, and here comes River Falls up the left wing. Johnson with it. Stops up, gives it out to Adams. Back to Johnson on the left side. Off the screen that time. Kick out will go to Drew Adams. Wanguhu on the left. Leifker trying to post. 3 ball won't go. Long rebound. Cal Crone gathers it in. Well, coach trying to get him to run the floor here. Josiah up front. Bounces it to the right corner to Seth Myron. Myron kicks it on top. Josiah step back, doesn't take it, sends it across the way to Tyshawn. Off the screen that time, gives it back over to Malik. 9 on the shot clock. Butler, kick out on top. Down the lane, a lot of contact, and Malik able to finish anyway.
Yeah, you had to be strong to fight off that initial bump.
Darius Bolden getting set to come in. Oh, somebody lost their man.
Yeah,
an easy 2 for Wanguhu.
Somebody got rubbed off up on top and wide open.
5-2, River Falls. I think that was Tyshawn, to be honest, but wait and see. Malik down the right of the lane, kicks it out. Across the way, it'll go to Tyshawn, looking at Cal down on the block. Back out, Butler down the right side of the lane. No shot available. Out to Tyshawn. He's going to try the 3. That's offline. Long rebound to River Falls. That one was offline right at the get-go. Wanguhu goes right side to Johnson. Adams and over to the left side, Wanguhu. Wants to go to Leifker down on the left baseline. Cal's got him covered up at the moment. Now they get it to him. He'll bang that big body inside. Turn around, jump hook, got it.
He's a good one. He's got that little half hook. Can't block that. And right now, they're getting inside, Scotty, and we're having a hard time penetrating their shell.
Yeah, we're settling. We're not moving the ball real well. We're into that dribble mode again. Off it'll go to Seth Myron down to the baseline. Out to Malik. Stops right there. Malik pounds the dribble into the lane. Looking for some help. Backdoor cut by Myron. Couldn't get a shot up. Trying to lean in. With 2 on the clock, Malik will launch a 3, and it's an air ball. And boy, this offense is starting at the moment.
I thought Seth on that catch on the baseline, Scotty, might just go up and shoot the reverse, and he turned that shot away, and then we were in trouble.
Well, we've got the media timeout, 15:43 to go. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll come right back. Pointers basketball on WPCN. To go in the opening half. River Falls is on top at 7-2, and it's one of those starts that I don't know what it is with this basketball team, but that's not the way to get the job done.
Well, we've had a few of them and spells of struggling on the pointers. And you know what, Scotty? Of those 5 shots, several have been forces at the shot clock that we just had to throw up there. On the other hand, River Falls, 3 of 4. Of course, they've been getting good shots, open shots. And so they have the 7-2 lead. Defensively, they've taken the pointers out of our rhythm offensively. We have not been able to get anything towards the rim.
Wanguhu will bring it up. Darius Bolden into the game for Stevens Point. Left side pass will go there. Johnson down to the baseline. With it is Lifeguard, got inside Cal, missed the shot. Cal has the rebound. Off to Darius. Long cross-court pass to Butler. Butler will slow things down over to Malik on the left wing. Darius, and over to the right side, it'll go to Butler. Bounces it to Cal, top of the circle. Catch, shoot, three, buried.
They went under that screen that time, and that allowed Butler to get the open look.
All right, 7-5. Wangohu into the front court, working against Darius. Bounces right, almost stolen away by Butler. Picked back up by Wangohu. Now we have a switch off here. Darius on Johnson. Watch out for that one. Wangohu sends it out on top. They'll go over to Johnson against Darius. A little push off again, and this time they got that one.
Well, that got the shoulder that time.
That's the first foul on River. I thought he was going to get away with it a second time. Ball game right now for Stevens Point. 7-5 River. Into the game for River Falls. Regan Merritt out of Waconia, Minnesota. But they got a lot of guys out of Minnesota, don't they?
Yeah, they always do. And Falcons will play a lot of people.
Yeah, that's fact.
Coach Burkhoff puts you on the floor.
Myron left side to Malik and over to Darius Bolden. Looked at a cutter, bounces it. Josiah on the right baseline. Takes Merritt into the low block. Spinning, nothing available. Kick out. Malik wants the triple. Airmail the second time now. He's missed the rim twice.
And yet, he had it in rrhythm and didn't take the shot. Then he reloaded and lost that.
Gohu out on the left side. It'll come out on top to Gavin Ralph.
They're going to get the hold.
We're going to get the foul.
Yep. Hold from behind up. That screen up on top. I tell you, Regan Merritt sold that pretty well, too.
Well, who did they call the foul on? Josiah Butler?
It should have been on Butler. I don't know who they got.
Left side triple off the rim. No, Logan Bumgartner with a rebound. They never put it on the scoreboard.
And they got
That's
20.
because the official held up 5 fingers, and we didn't have a 5 on the floor. Darius got inside and then doesn't finish. Kicks it out on the perimeter. Bolden from the right corner starts his move into the lane and then lost the ball. Should have been an easy 2. Up it'll come Wangohu into the front court. Now stolen back by Carter Combs. On ahead to Seth. Down low. Blocked away. Goodness gracious. Not much going right here for the Pointers at the moment. Wangohu back into the front court. Out on the left side. You had 2 chances and came away empty on both. Merritt on the wing. Drops it in on the block. Big challenge here for Seth now. And the pass comes out on the perimeter across the way to Gavin Ralph with it. Out on top to Merritt. He's going to launch the 3. Came up short. Long rebound. Carter Combs. Carter looking on ahead. He elects not to go to Malik. It'll go to Seth. Over to Darius on the left side. Out on top to Bumgartner. Butler getting set to check back in. Abdul Wahid near the right elbow. Out to Carter. Left side, Darius wants the 3. Got it!
Well, we have not played our best offensively, but we're up 1.
8-7 Stevens Point. Wangohu, right side, Adams. Merritt on the wing against Carter. Off the screen that time, got down the lane. There's going to be a foul somewhere. Who are they going to call it on is the question.
Going to get it on, I think, Carter.
That'll be 4 on the Pointers already.
Who was trailing on that ball screen. And once you trail, then you're chasing into the lane.
Yeah, they rubbed them pretty good on this screen right in front of us.
Now, you want to go over those ball screens. So, I mean, you don't want to go under. Certainly not against a good shooter. Sometimes, Scott, if you don't respect the guy's three-point shooting, you might go easy on yourself and go under those and just meet him when he comes the other side. But you do that against a good shooter, and they'll light you up.
Mason Anderson in for River Falls, along with Jacob Butler. Grant Muntz in for Stevens Point.
Early minutes for Grant, the freshman.
8-7 Stevens Point leads. Merritt missed the first, a chance to tie with the second, and he does. So it is tied at 8, 12:35 to go here in the opening half. Combs to Butler, front court. Boy, it'd be nice to start hitting some baskets. Carter Combs out on the right wing. And his pass Luckily picked up by Logan Bumgartner. That was an errant pass that time. Into the left corner, it'll go off to Seth. Back out Josiah. Takes it to the lane, kick out, Logan, 3, got it!
Tell you what, Logan's so valuable coming off the bench. How many times this year have we seen him enter the game and hit a 3?
With it up front, Dylan Parker back in, Coach Parker's grandson. Off on the screen again, Merritt gets into the lane, covered up by Muntz. Down deep, kick out. Merritt wants the triple over Grant, can't hit it. Long rebound, who's going to get to it? Merritt does. Then it comes loose. Grant comes out of there with it. And we get a whistle and a tie-up.
Yep, and the possession arrow is going to stay with River Falls. That was one of the guys who was screening the shooter.
Yeah.
Needed to get to that ball a little quicker. I thought that was a rebound the freshman should have had.
Yeah, he didn't go get the first one, right?
No.
And I think that's what caused the problem here, and now we've got a timeout. 11:34 to go. Timeout taken. Let's take another 30-second break. We'll come right back. UW Stevens Point men. Final Score Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing Stevens Point with an 11-8 lead at the moment. Final score, second to Maria, Stevens Point.
Pointers, 6 of our points, Scotty, off the bench. We haven't had a lot of bench scoring this year, so those 6 are good to see.
Well, we'll see what happens. That's for sure. Out on top, River with it. Over on the left wing, it'll go there. Anderson back out on top. It'll go to Butler. That is Butler for River Falls. Parker heads left against Carter Combs. Got in deep. Shot blocked by Carter.
Wow.
Picked up by Carter. He'll start it and bounces it on the head to Butler. That's Josiah. Up the left wing to the top of the circle over to Logan Bumgartner. Starts his dribble to the free throw line. Kicks it outside. Grant Muntz. 11-8 pointer lead. Josiah. Left side works to the paint. Got in deep. Shot short. Got his own rebound. Kicks it out from the corner. Myron 3. Buried. Well, good second chance thanks to Josiah Butler.
And I like Josiah not going all the way to the rim that time, trying to score off the runner, but he stayed right there and got the board.
Parker gives it up. Micah Thompson into the game. Now a double team out high on Parker. Didn't he switch pivot feet?
Oh.
And now we're going to get a foul and Seth Myron.
Yeah, it's grimacing.
Elbow or finger?
I wonder if he took that ball.
Right.
A finger, Scotty?
Can't quite tell. He's grabbing his.
He is. Maybe he just got a stinger. He was a half a step short from stealing that, and got the contact. I saw what you did. At one time when we got that trap,
he switched pivot feet.
He was standing on the end of Bennett, and when he finally passed, he was outside the B. So he went a long ways.
Yeah. Leifger inbounded. Butler, that's for River Falls, working on the wing against Logan. Kick it off down to the left corner. It'll go. Pointers lead by 6. Long cross court. Butler got it.
Boy, he's good off the bench. I like this kid. Junior out of Minneapolis, Jacob Butler.
Averages 4.6 points a game.
He does
Point lead at 3.
Does a lot of small things.
Josiah Butler trying to come back with one of his own. Misses the shot. It was open. Rebound into the hands of Bennett Wright. He'll go left corner to Butler. Jacob Butler to the free throw line. Kick out Zach Johnson. Off the mark. No. Josiah Butler with a rebound.
They got a number of left-handers on.
Part of the illegal things that they do at River Falls, all those lefties. Cal Crone near the elbow. Looked inside to Logan, then hands it off to Carter Combs. Combs starts top of the circle over to the right wing. It'll go there to Malik. Abdul Wahid into the paint, pulls up. He'll take the jumper. That's his third air ball. What is going on?
Second leading scorer for the Pointers, Scott. He's a 51% shooter and having a hard time finding the range tonight.
14-11 your score.
But you know what? When you're a shooter and a scorer, you just got to keep shooting.
You'll keep going.
Yep, short memory, right?
Johnson, right wing, toss it out on top. Leifker into the hands of Anderson. Stopped up, passed, poked away, picked up by Malik. He'll take it to the other end and is fouled going in by Mason Anderson.
And he'll go to the foul line for 2. You know, people our age should be really good shooters then, because we have no memory.
There's some truth to that. 14-11, Stevens Point, 9:17 to go in the opening half. Aspirus Health, passion for excellence, compassion for people. Now Malik needs to make a couple at the free throw line here. First chance at the stripe so far tonight for Stevens Point. It's on the way and good.
He's been pretty good as of late. He had a month or so there where he really struggled. I think he got into his own way mentally on free throws.
Yeah. 15-11, second one not going to go. And the rebound off to Jacob Butler. He'll leave it off with Zach Johnson into the front court. Pointers by 4. Double team out high. They'll try to go. Stolen away by Carter Combs. They wanted to get inside to Leifker. Carter brings it up. Stops. Gives it off to Josiah. Back over to Carter. Bounce pass on the baseline to Cal. Working off the right wing. Jump pass out to Malik. Sends it left. Darius with it. Crossover. Gets in deep. I think he got fouled. Puts up a tough shot. No. They grabbed him.
Yeah.
I don't know how you didn't get a whistle there. Here comes Zach Johnson. All the way to the basket. He'll finish.
Yeah, never stopped the ball. And you got to know when Zach's got it in his hands, he's looking to score.
15-13. It'll go back over to Cal. We need Seth Myron back on the floor. They're still tending to him back behind us here.
And
Darius Bolden with it at the top of the circle. Bad pass by Darius, stolen away just to telegraph that thing. On ahead, Butler from the corner, got it again. And all of a sudden, Stevens Point finds itself down by 1. And Point is going to take a timeout here. Don't like that little run for sure. 8:13 to go. This is a 1-minute timeout. We'll take it with our Pointers trailing 16-15. Pointers basketball, WPCN.
Select is your dependable auto repair and service destination with qualified technicians you know you can trust. Schedule an appointment or stop in to visit them at one of their 2 Stevens Point locations on Highway 10 East and on Church Street. Whether it's a nail in your tire, noise under the hood, or just an oil change, Auto Select gets you back on the road. Auto Select. Quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by qualified technicians you can trust.
The Final Score Sports Bar and Grill. Plan your before or after.
We go in the opening half. Stevens Point all of a sudden down by 1 after being up by 6.
Now, when Seth Myron went down on a freaky thing, Scott, it was a cross-court pass that it was a half a step from stealing and going down for a layup. You didn't think much of it when you saw it, except he immediately held that right elbow, and you're still attending to it.
Yep. Into the front court comes Darius Bolden over to Josiah Butler. Darius, left side to Carter Combs, over to Cal Crone. Hand off to Malik to the free throw lane. Lost it going down, almost turns it over. Out to Darius, shot clock 10. Malik with it. Left side, nothing there. Cal Crone, top of the circle. Darius bounces to Cal, got in deep, ball kicked around. Shot on the way, off the rim, no. Wow, that was a bad possession again.
Yeah.
Here comes Johnson. Stops at the arc, gives to the corner. Right with it. Up on top will go there to Gavin Ralph. Leifker trying to post in a kicking violation. Malik got a foot out. Skyward Incorporated. Education. Here comes Tyshawn Teague Johnson back into the game for Darius Bolden.
Scotty Pointer's just 5 of 17 now shooting. We mentioned we were over 60% against Whitewater. But, we talked about it. A lot of those Whitewater shots were uncontested. Tonight, everything's being contested. And that's exactly what we saw over at River Falls. That game went down to the final possession.
7:27 to go in the half. Pointers are down 1. Inbound to Zach Johnson. Leifker with the screen on top. Cal shows over there. They ran into a double team off. It'll go to Ralph. Top of the circle with it is Wright. Right back over to Ralph. Leifker trying to post down low. Still camping in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no. Tyshawn with a rebound. Up to Carter Combs. Lead feed, left side Logan out on the wing. Looked inside, nothing there. Over, it'll come to Tyshawn. Finds Logan out on the right wing. Skips it out on top, and over to the left corner, it'll go to Teague Johnson. Tyshawn, well, he had Cal for a moment. Now gets in, spin move, goes up off balance, can't hit it. Cal rebound, and he is fouled.
Well, good job of following in there. They kind of cleared that whole left side out and went to two-man basketball. We had 3 guys literally run to the right wing and kind of act as spectators. A little bit of a adjustment on an offensive pattern.
Cal looking for his first points of the game. That foul, by the way, on Bennett Wright. And that's his first third team. Cal's free throw.
Giving up some points from the line. Cal's 65%.
Blake Courts in for Stevens Point.
Yep. A Freedom High School player, by the way. Congratulations to his brother, Drew, at Freedom High School, who just joined the 1,000-point scorers club.
Seth back on the bench. That hopefully is a good sign. Cal's second ties the game. His first point. We're even at 16. 6:47 to go. Wangohu into the front court. Leaves it up for Leifker at the top of the circle. Handoff right there to Gavin Ralph. Back to Leifker. Gets down to the left corner. Zach Johnson poked away out on top by Tyshawn. Takes it down the lane. Scoopy layup. He's got it. Boy, that's an athletic play.
No, it wasn't it. That took a tremendous amount of body control just to get the shot off.
Yeah, should have been a foul, as I heard you say,
early,
as he was coming up the up the floor.
Yep.
My mind is going. And a traveling violation. When I heard that whistle, I thought, my goodness, that was nothing, and I thought they were going to call a foul on Blake Courts.
I looked up and saw Blake's 2 hands out, and I thought, oh boy, they're going to get one of those 2 hands on the jersey, which is supposed to be called, except sometimes.
Carter Combs over to the right side. Cal Chrome Pointers up by 2. 6:05 to go here. Bounce pass, Cal, left side of the lane. About 12 feet out, takes it in, and then kicks it back off to Tyshawn. Little hesitant to shoot it from out there now. Carter Combs, 8 on the shot clock. Logan Bumgartner trying to get inside, kicks to the corner. Blake Courts, 4 on the shot clock. Out to Carter, fakes it, launches, in and out, no. Rebound down deep, pulled in by Zach Johnson. Stop the ball. Here he comes into the front court. Stops at the arc, looked in deep, gives it off to Wangohu out on the left side. He'll toss it out on top to Adams. Johnson on the right side off a double team. Step back 3. No. Cal with a rebound.
Well, good defense. They forced a step back jumper.
Cal says, I'm not giving up the ball. He brings it all the way up the floor.
Yeah, center guard, right?
Yep.
Point center.
Tyshawn Teague Johnson leaves it for Crone. Over to the left side, it'll go to Bumgartner. Logan backing his way into the lane. Got a big push again. No foul called from the corner. Cal Crone knocks in a 3.
Well, Cal is capable from out there. He doesn't shoot too often.
Wangohu into the front court. Gives it up now into the hands of Leifker. Johnson, Wangohu, Leifker battling with Carter Combs on him, of all things. Kick to the corner, Adams, outside, 3 ball, buried. You didn't get out on Gavin Ralph.
Yep. That's just a standard 3-point shot there.
Yep. 21-19. Tyshawn into the front court. Good to see Seth Myron getting ready to check back in. Blake Courts out on the right wing. Finds Logan. He wants the 3 coming back. No, long rebound Courts. Nice job by Blake. Left side, it'll go to Ty Sean. Zach Johnson on him. Down low on the baseline, Logan. He's got Adams on him. Logan.
Yeah, they got
a little lean in, and then Adams is going to get whistled for the foul.
That was a case where Adams has kind of extended his hand. Begged the official not to call that.
21-19 Pointers. Butler back in, Myron back in for Stevens Point.
Well, I can't say it's been a thing of beauty at all times, Scotty, but you've got a 2-point lead despite it all.
21-19, Pointers to inbound. Butler looking, finds Cal. Gives it back off to Josiah. Up to Cal, screen to the free throw line. Blocked by Wangohu.
That was a good block.
Good block indeed. I think Josiah thought he was free. Wangohu out on top. Heads left, gets it to Adams. Cross court. It will come into the hands of Sean Sullivan into the game. Adams tried to go inside. Ball tipped away and out of bounds. Josiah Butler.
I think we'll get a media timeout here, Scooter.
All right, 3:41 to go in the half. Pointers up by 2, 21-19. Back in 30 seconds, UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. All right, 3:41 to go in the opening half. Pointers have a 2-point lead at the moment. Hilltop Pub and Grill for lunch or dinner. The Hilltop is there for dine-in or carry-out. Open daily at 11.
Pointers is 7 of 23 from the floor. 30%, well below our 45% season average. We've been able to hit 5 of 11 three-point shots, which is kind of what's got us in this game. River Falls 7 of 16, 43%. 3 of 8 from behind the arc. The defenses kind of have been winning on both ends.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree there. Inbounder will be River Falls under their own basket to the corner. Merritt sneaking in deep. Goes up with the tough shot. Can't hit it. Ty Sean with the rebound and a foul. It could be on Merritt or it could be on Sullivan.
I think it's on Sullivan. But you're right.
You're right.
They could have it on either.
And Darius Bolden back in for Blake Courts.
Good minutes by Blake.
You bet. 21-19, Stevens Point has the advantage. Now you need a basket here and extend that lead a little bit. Darius into the front court. Out of Glendale Nicolay High School. Cal Crone over to Darius. Hit a three-pointer earlier. Over it comes to Butler off on the left wing. Right back to Josiah. Room for a three. He's got it.
Yep. Had a high ball screen, and the defender didn't get off of it in time.
24-19. Wangohu, right side, picks up that dribble, tied down by Ty Sean. Finally finds some help from Thompson. Thompson goes left. A little push off to free himself. Sullivan. Jump around the way by Adams, and he's got a three to respond.
I don't know whose assignment that was necessarily, but we left him on the wing wide open.
24-22, Butler to the elbow. Kick out, Darius down on the baseline. Seth Myron. Myron attacks into the paint, fumbled it, got it back, takes it up off the glass, no foul.
Yeah, got some body contact down below. That would be on Drew Adams. 6'8" freshman. They have found some size over there, haven't they? They got 6'8", 6'8", 6'7", 6'7". That's not too bad for Division III.
No. All right, Seth Myron goes to the free throw line here. Stevens Point does have a 2-point lead. Seth from the line misses.
I wonder how that elbow affected him. He's an 83% free throw shooter, and that one never came off the hand right, Scotty.
I just want to make one correction. I don't always like to do this, but Adams is a senior. You said freshman. I'm like, freshman?
Oh, he's
Do I have the wrong guy?
No, I saw F for forward.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I just kind of looked at the wrong line there.
That's okay.
Well, with what they're doing in an NCAA nowadays, who knows? Maybe he is a freshman.
Seth made the second. Pointers are up by 3. 2:35 to go in the half. Zach Johnson front court. Malik on him. Bounces it off the Leifker. Leifker to Johnson. Into the lane. Down the lane.
Nice.
Scooping layup. Score it.
And
Foul.
one. Yep. That's a good finish. Got it right hand. Johnson's a good one. He had a big game against the Badgers earlier in an exhibition game.
Bolden with his first. Team foul number 6. But a chance to tie it up for Zach Johnson.
Who is
Back
also,
in Gavin Ralph.
Sorry, who is also a senior.
Yep.
Johnson is, interestingly enough, only 60% from the foul line.
And the lefty's free throw ties it.
He was perfect on that one.
Yes, he was. 25 apiece. 5-point run here for the Falcons. It'll go to Seth Myron. Malik out on the right side off the Cal screen into the lane. Kick out to the corner. Butler fakes the shot. Step back 3 in the air. Off the rim, no. Tipped by Cal. Picked up on the baseline. Tipped out of bounds. Pointer ball. All right, good job by Cal.
It was tipped out by Micah Thompson.
Well, Josiah doesn't get that open too often,
No,
but
you know,
hey, sometimes you miss.
this game is looking an awful lot like the last time we played.
Yeah, it is. Darius to inbound. Got it on the floor to Malik. Down deep. Goes up. Rims out. No, I don't know what that was.
I think he wanted a foul there.
He
and
did,
He didn't
but-
get the call.
And if he spins left, I think he scores relatively easily. But that's me. In deep, Leifker. No foul called again.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what the problem.
Uh-oh, Cal down.
Yeah, took one to the face. Inadvertent, of course. What the problem on that whole play was, Scotty, Leifker got the ball in way too deep. He was kind of coming to the block, and they got it to him, and he was actually inside the block already. So Cal was going to be in trouble from the get-go.
Yeah, Cal picked up his second.
Yeah.
Now he's up. And the
sit.
trainers are out there.
Yeah, he's going to have to sit.
Yeah, maybe a bloody nose situation.
Probably blood.
Logan will come back in for him. Yeah, he said it's his nose.
Yep. Get a lot of that in the game of basketball.
Yeah, you
and
do.
almost all the time it's unintentional. Except when my brother broke my nose in high school.
Well, then you knew it was intentional. It was your brother.
It was a one-on-one drill, and I was going to beat him, and suddenly I had a broken nose.
Yep. Leifker at the line, and River Falls regains the lead. So a 6-point run now for the Falcons. Maybe 7 if they hit this one. Carter Combs coming back in for Malik Abdul-Wahid. Malik struggling here.
Yeah, he is.
Shooting the ball tonight. That last play down deep, a simple spin move. He should have been able to score left hand, but Leifker missed the second.
He's usually so patient in there and finds an open shot. Not
Butler
so
along
tonight.
cross court. Carter Combs into the lane, down the lane, a little runner, banked it in.
That's a great shot for a guard to have.
27-26 pointers, 1:36 to go in the half.
Coach Darren wondering why that wasn't an and one.
Johnson picks up the dribble, gives it up to Leifker at the top of the circle, into the lane, down the lane, doubled up, kick out. Merritt wants 3, got it. Boy, you just can't leave guys open.
Well, you know what? Without Cal in there, we kind of had to retreat on the big guy in the post, and he did a good job of kicking out.
29-27, River Falls. Logan Baumgartner at the elbow, handoff Josiah Butler, left wing with the dribble. Up on top, it'll go to Seth. Back over to Butler. Seth trying to set a screen. He does. Butler's 3 buried.
Well, Josiah's feeling it a little bit tonight. See if we get a stop on what could be their last possession.
30-29, pointers up 1. Johnson front court against Carter. He dragged that pivot foot, got away with that. Out on the left wing, it'll go there into the hands of Ralph. Back out to Johnson, over to the right side, Merritt. Merritt looking at Leifker in the post, bounces it to him. Guarded there by Logan, got to hold your spot. Leifker gets in deep, goes up, can't hit it, tipped up, no. Rebound fought for, who's going to get it? Pulled down by Seth Myron. Into the hands of Josiah Butler. Up it'll come with 22 seconds to go in the half. Lead feed left side, Carter Combs, long cross court, Darius. Darius off on the right wing. It'll go to Butler. Don't you think Josiah is probably going to get the shot? Then again,
I wouldn't mind
9
seeing,
seconds.
I wouldn't mind seeing Logan Baumgartner get it.
And an offensive screening foul on Baumgartner.
You know, I'll tell you what, that's about the third time Regan Merritt has sold.
Well, Tyshawn Teague Johnson will come in here for the final possession with 5.6 seconds to go. You don't want anybody else getting a foul. Coach Dern out there.
I think he agrees with me. There was a little bit of acting going on in this guy because I was watching the screen directly. And the smaller guy just kind of went in and made a great play of showing that he
So
had
he's
been
a
knocked.
thespian is what you're trying to tell me.
One of those things.
Yeah. He's an actor, probably one of the stars on their stage over there in RF.
Well, you know, when you're only 6 foot, I guess you learn to
Do what you got to do,
do
right?
what you got to do against guys that are 5 inches taller than you. I think that to me, that's like the second time he's sold a foul to an official, and good for him. You know what? If they're going to call it, why not?
Final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard showing the Pointers 30, River Falls 29. The Pointers' favorite Sports Bar and Grill is the final score. Sports Bar and Grill, take in your favorite games with amazing food and drink.
Well, look for Zach Johnson here.
He gets the inbound, crosses the timeline, works left, got into the lane, dumps it up in the air, shot won't go. We head to the locker room. I thought they were going to end up with an easy one out of there, but they missed it.
I'm surprised that Zach didn't hit that little runner.
30-29. Pointers have the advantage here at the break. We'll take a 90-second break. Coming right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Attention, parents.
Halftime, Stevens Point leads by 1. Well, we say it all the time, but if you can get to the final horn and you still have a 1-point lead, we'll take it. It has not been a pretty game, but it was not a pretty game when we played over there. And you just have to find your way through these kind of things. There's not much you can do about it.
You know, this is kind of the struggle we have seen at times, Scotty, against teams that have bigger back lines than us, you know, that can go 6'8", 6'8". Our forwards get into the paint, and we've seen it repeatedly, and then really can't create a shot because they're looking up through those long arms who do a really good job defending, you know, and building their wall, and River Falls did a really good job at that in their place, and they're doing it again tonight. We're really having a hard time scoring in the paint, even getting a decent shot. That's why I have said at times, as the offseason comes and you want to work on something, maybe work on a little 8-9 footer before you get into that back line of traffic, or a little runner. We saw Carter Combs hit a runner instead of trying to work off at 2 feet there when he was going to give up 7 inches. So give River Falls credit. You know, they always talk about not letting the other team get to your rim, and we have not done that tonight.
Yeah, that's a fact. 30-29, Stevens Point with the lead. And still, obviously, another 20 minutes to go here. We'll work on getting you some scores from around the rest of the conference and see what's going on there. Certainly some big games, and we'll check on our women's score. They're in that position now where they need to keep winning. Tonight would be one of those you should win. Then again, going over to River has been a problem for UWSP for so many years.
Yep.
So.
You know, and I was thinking about this, that there was a day, of course, that you all huddled around at the end of the season when your postseason tournament was gone. You huddled around the radio to wonder if you got invited into the Pool C. You know, if you didn't win, if you didn't win your conference or didn't win the tournament and get the automatic, and you just kind of hoped with your fingers crossed. That's not kind of the way it is now. You know who's going to get in because it's all on that computer. And I wonder sometimes for those teams that are sitting right on that bubble, who's going to get in or not get in, although you never know how many automatic qualifiers there will be. But when you know you're kind of sitting around the bubble, I don't know if that puts more pressure on you or not.
Yeah, good question. I don't know either. I do not know. One way or the other, you have to play the games and see how it all plays out.
At the end of the day, that's all you can do is play them game by game. And I would go so far as to say play 5 minutes by 5 minutes and see how it shakes out at the end of the season. But, you know, kids are just like we are. You know, they're watching all that stuff. They know exactly what other schools are doing and where they sit. So it's only human nature to know that. And why wouldn't you want to know that?
Yep, I would agree. All right, 30-29. We are at the half. Let's take a 30-second break. And then, I don't know what the heck they're doing out here.
They're trying to shake things out of those little buckets strapped to their backs.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. It's a funny little game, I think. But at any rate, we'll take a 30-second break, come back. John will have all the statistics on half number one. Back in a moment, UW Stevens Point men's basketball, WPCN. Up by one here at the break. And as I promised, John Zellmer has stats.
Thanks, Scotty. For our visitors tonight, the Falcons from UW River Falls, they finished the first half 10 of 22 from the floor. That's 45%. A nice 5 of 10 from behind the three-point line. You got to give Jacob Butler some credit. He kind of got them going. He hit 2 threes from off the bench and 4 of 7 from the free throw line, 57%. 15 rebounds for River Falls, only 1 on their offensive end. So you got to like the fact we've kind of not given them second chance opportunities. They've had 6 assists to go with 6 turnovers, 2 steals, and 3 blocked shots. For our pointers, we've had 6 more shots than has River Falls, 10 of 28, only 35%. We've struggled sometimes just to get a good shot before the 30 seconds ran out. 7 of 13, that's been our salvation so far in this basketball game. 53% from behind the arc. And we've had a lot of 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 6 as a team. We've had 2 more boards than River Falls, 17, 5 on our offensive end. That goes with 5 assists and 5 turnovers, 4 steals, and a blocked shot. Other than that, all the stats are as close as the score, 1 point. This one you kind of wondered, like so many of our other games, Scotty, have gone down to the last minute of the game. Yep, this one is kind of looking the same.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Scoring in the opening half for the River Falls Falcons. Zach Johnson has 7 to lead the way. Jacob Butler has added 6, 4 points for Regan Merritt, 3 apiece for Jeremy Wangohu, Gavin Ralph, Drew Adams and Jack Leifker. And for Stevens Point, Josiah Butler has 9, 4 points each for Seth Myron and Cal Crone, 3 apiece for Malik Abdul Wahid, Logan Bumgartner, and Darius Bolden, 2 points each for Tyshawn Teague Johnson and Carter Combs. And Stevens Point does have the 1-point advantage at the moment. Aspirus Health is a proud sponsor of all of our area teams. If you've been battling joint pain for a while now, you might wonder if joint replacement surgery could offer some relief. More people in their 40s and 50s are choosing joint replacement surgery as a treatment for chronic pain. If you're experiencing joint pain or a limit on your activities, start by meeting with your doctor to help you weigh all of your options. Better begins with Aspirus Health. Find out how at aspirushealth.org. It's halftime. The Pointers up by 1. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back, run down all the scores from around the conference, and that'll come up in a moment. This is UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Hey there, parents.
Your final score, Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard at the break, showing Stevens Point with a 30-29 advantage. And we have a chance now to run down scores from around our conference. Let's start, first of all, on the women's side, as over in Oshkosh, the battle, well, not really the battle for first place. I guess kind of, but not. Anyway, Whitewater leading Oshkosh women 33-26. Stout, which is a game behind Oshkosh right now, on top of the league, is all over Eau Claire at the break, 45-25. At half, the lacrosse women leading Platteville 41-21, and our Pointers over in River trail it at the half 28-26. On the men's side so far here tonight, it is Oshkosh 26, Whitewater 19. Stout leading Eau Claire 39-32, and at the break, well, why not? Both teams are 7-1. And at the break, you have Platteville and lacrosse all tied up at 33 apiece. So, obviously, that one is going to play out down to the end by the sounds of it, by the looks of it. And it'll be an interesting one to watch the rest of the way to see just exactly how that does play out tonight. 30-29 is our score on the men's side here, as our Pointers do have the advantage. They had a lead as big as what, John? 6, I think, right? The Pointers?
Yeah,
and River at 5.
If I can find that stat sheet.
That's what it is. I saw it.
Yep. You know, you spoke about Whitewater, just, 19 points tonight?
Yep.
Their leading scorer, Jameer Barker, apparently no longer with that team. Not sure the circumstances, but you know that hurts to lose your guard and your leading scorer. But part of the game, I guess.
Yeah, that is a fact. You got to play with whom is there and wants to play, I guess, is the way to look at it. So Stevens Point will be on the road coming up on Saturday when the Pointers travel down to Platteville, and we will have that game for you. That's a 7 o'clock game, which neither John or I really care for. I don't like those late ones anymore.
They're the only program still doing 7 o'clock. Platteville, if you're listening, and if you are, why are you?
Yeah.
But if you're listening, join the rest of the WIAC and start playing these games at 5.
Yeah. Yeah, well, for us old people, anyway. Maybe the youngsters, they like that later start. And they can go straight home after the game. Something like that.
Something like that.
All right, so you've done a great job on Leifker. I suspect they're going to start looking for him in the second half. And then can you keep Zach Johnson down, hold him to another 7 in the second half as you did? Then you have a decent chance of winning this basketball game.
I agree with you, Scotty, on the Leifker thing. I think they're going to, I would assume, of course, we don't see River Falls but twice a year, but, he's a heck of a load down there and a fine post player. And I wouldn't be surprised if they would try to run a lot more inside-out offense and get the ball into his hands more often. I thought, quite frankly, there were times in the first half that he was set up pretty well on the right block, and the guards out on the wing just didn't give it to him. And it seems to me that's something they might want to do, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And for our pointer, Scotty, I think it comes down to, can we find enough offense to win this game?
Yeah, you got to do what is necessary. I don't care who makes all the plays, right? As long as they're made by the guys wearing purple and gold.
But it was certainly a struggle. It was the type of offense that we've seen this year at times. Coach talked about it, alluded to it in the pregame show. That growing and having to learn, and a lot of that goes to River Falls. So. Because they defended us extremely well for the most part.
Well, we are just about ready to get the second half underway here, and let's just hope that our guys find a way to pull out a victory here tonight. It's, as we know, not going to be an easy thing, so we'll see if we can cheer these guys on to a win one way or another here this evening. Gotta hope so anyway. Gotta hope so. All right, the Pointers will come back with Butler, Myron, Abdul Wahid, Crone, and Tyshawn Teague Johnson. That is your normal starting group. And the Pointers with the basketball. Butler over to Malik on the right wing, up on top to Cal. Cal hands it off to Butler outside, going against Wangohu. Seth down to the baseline, got cut off by Adams. Out on top to Tyshawn, left side, Butler down on the baseline. It'll go to Cal, trying to work, double team comes, throws one up, scores with a foul.
He was double teamed. The guard came down and gave help. And he was in no position. We're talking about Cal Crone. No position to use the glass, and kind of half hooked it from 6 or 7 feet low left. That's as tough a shot as you could hope to hit.
Leifker makes the foul. Cal's free throw is good. All right. Nice start. 33-29, Stevens Point. Up they come. Wangohu out on the right wing. Bounce pass. Leifker near the top of the circle. Hands it off there to Ralph. Ralph into the corner. Wangohu to the lane. Kick out. Ralph left side. Johnson into the lane. Back outside over to the right wing. Gavin Ralph fakes it. Steps back into the corner. They're running out of time. 3 buried.
It's always great to have that shooter that can cure everything.
Right down to the end of the shot clock, and then bloop, right in the bottom of the net. Cal Crone with it. Pointers by 1. Cal into the lane, got in pretty deep, goes up with that left hand, rolls it off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Gavin.
Going to be a foul.
Yeah, Josiah flying in, trying to get the rebound, ran over Adams.
I thought Cal might have got hit on the arm again. No call.
For Josiah, his second personal foul.
Basketball today, they certainly allow those interior defenders to have their space and to go straight up.
And my bad, that's only his first personal foul, according to our scorekeeper. Into the right corner, Wangohu. Pointers still lead by 1. Johnson, there's an illegal screen. Yes, sir.
Yep.
That'll go on Adams.
Yep. The senior.
That's his third. And the second early, that is going to bring in Jacob Butler for River Falls.
Yep, River Falls will get a little quicker and add another scorer a little bit outside.
Yeah, now he has hit you for a couple of threes early in this game, so you have to cover him up when he's got the ball out there.
Yeah, just a 27% three-point shooter, but they're going to get Cal.
And now Cal called for a screening foul.
Boy, oh boy.
And that's his third.
That was just a pick and roll, and he rolled into the defender that was going behind the screen, and they called that a moving screen.
33-32. Coach not very happy here.
No, it's just he went, and Coach is making the same point I am, Scotty. He went under on the screen. Cal just turned the roll, and they called the foul on Cal.
Yeah. Pointers still lead by 1. Leifker trying to get in against Logan Baumgartner. Kicks it to the corner to Ralph. Out on top to Johnson. Ralph on the wing against Seth now. 10 on the shot clock. Over to the right corner. It'll go there. Johnson's triple. Rolls off the rim. Rebound out of bounds. They'll give it back to River Falls.
I'm not sure Logan Baumgartner agrees with that.
Yeah. I thought maybe Leifker touched it last, but we're not going to get that call. And so River another opportunity.
And they're not going to look at the tape.
Nope. Lob into the backcourt to Johnson.
That was close to over and back, but clean.
33-32 pointers. 17:55 to go. Butler falls down. Johnson into the corner. We'll go to Ralph. Down, and we're going to get a foul on Logan. He pushed, definitely did that.
From behind against Leifker.
That is already team number 3 on Stevens Point.
Got to play through this adversity. I know you're feeling a little bit like things aren't, being called your way, but you've got to play through it.
Inbound, Wangohu in the left corner, takes Malik to the lane, kicks it out. Over to Johnson, a deep 3. That rims off, and the rebound to Josiah Butler.
Yeah, good box out that time by the Pointers.
Sure. Up to Seth on the right wing, into the lane, down the lane. Malik got in deep against Butler, goes up, missed the shot, tipped around, loose. River Falls with it.
Boy, Malik continues to he's
usually not making anything now.
He usually finishes that one.
In deep, stolen away by Logan Baumgartner. And a nice play. It was going to be an easy 2 for Leifker.
If he doesn't get that ball from down below, it's 2.
Tyshawn on the wing, up on top to Josiah. Off the Seth Myron screen, almost illegal there. Down to the block, it'll go. Josiah goes up, knocks one down, and draws the foul.
Well,
that was close to a travel.
Yeah, good patience by Josiah. He's kind of kept us in this game offensively.
Oh, yes. I agree with you on that. Wangohu with his first foul of the game. Darius Bolden coming in for Malik Abdul.
It's a shame Josiah wasn't 4 inches bigger. Then he'd be going to school for free.
Yeah. I'll take him, though.
I don't know, you bet.
What a nice young man and a great family.
Oh, isn't it? Just a sophomore.
Josiah's free throw, good. All right, he has 12 points, and the Pointers lead by 4. Just a quick shout out to a couple of our fans. They get here early. They go all the way to the top of the bleachers, John. I am always amazed. Bill and Barb Togner and Freddie and Kathy Steffen over at the top of the far side over there. Wangohu, I don't know. They must like the backrest or something.
Well, there you go.
That's a lot of steps to climb.
I think that backrest is it, Scotty.
Although, Kathy and Barb are young, but those two guys are kind of old. Johnson into the lane against Carter Combs. Come to a stop, kicks it out. Gavin Bell in the lane, no, and a shot clock violation.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Well, that was still on his hand. Well, that's the first. That all happened, though, Scotty, because we played good defense on Johnson. He was trying to work into the lane and get something, and Carter Combs didn't allow it.
Yep. So Stevens Point with a 4-point lead on the basketball. Carter Combs off on the right wing to Seth Myron. Oh, Darius went down. He's hobbled over there. Seth working into the block, takes it up and scores it.
Yeah, he's going to get a timeout.
An injury timeout. Something happened to Darius. I think maybe he took a little shot, as they say.
I think that's the case, Scott.
Yeah. One of those male things that happen every once in a while.
He was coming off a screen and doubled over.
Yep. Here comes Johnson. Pointers by 6. Nice job by Seth that time. Out on the wing with it is Merritt. Jumps his pass over to Butler, left side. They'll get it there. Johnson. Swing it out on top to Thompson now. Boy, they go through a lot of guys, and a foul out on the wing. Merritt goes down. This time maybe not acting. Foul
I was going to say he didn't sell that one. He went down pretty hard. He's coming up a little gimpy.
All right, 15:58 to go in the ball game. Pointers have a 6-point lead, matching the biggest lead of the game. And we've got a timeout. We'll take a 30. We're coming right back. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN. With 15:58 to go in the ball game.
Well, this is a possession by possession game. Every possession so tough. That's why, made shots, offensive rebounds, turnovers. Anytime you gain a possession or lose a possession in a contest like that, it's a big deal.
Yep. All right. Tomorrow night, we have a big game on the girls' high school side with first place on the line in the CWC South. Pacelli and Elman Bancroft will have that one for you right around 6:45 tomorrow. All right, River to inbound under its basket, 20 on the shot clock as they do so. Zach Johnson gets it on the floor. In the right corner, outside it'll go to Johnson. Butler on him. They show a double team out on top. It'll go to Merritt. Merritt against Carter. Dishes it outside to Anderson.
Oh.
And Tyshawn's going to get called for a foul out on top.
He got the ball initially and then got overly aggressive when he thought he had a chance to get the steal, went in and made the contact.
So, River will, that's the second on Tyshawn. Inbound, it will come here to Thompson. Johnson against Butler down to the baseline. Double team sneaks in, poked away, loose ball. Who's got it? River got it back. They'll get it to the left corner, launching the three, off the rim, no. Rebound, Logan Bumgartner.
Boy, long arm that one.
Front court with his Carter Combs, poked away by Merritt. Carter got it back, bounces it to Butler. It'll go to Tyshawn. Over to Butler on the left side. He wants a three. No. Rebound, Tyshawn high. Pulls it down, put it on the deck. That was his mistake. Ball pop free, and we'll get a jump ball out of it.
Jump ball's going to go to River Falls. You're absolutely right, Scotty. Tyshawn did everything right until he brought the ball down. And the minute that came down to his waist, they just attacked it. That's the case where he needed to go straight back up or immediately pass it out, kick it out, but keep the ball high above your head.
All right, 15 minutes to go in the ball game. Pointers up 38-32 from the left corner. Butler passed it up, sends it across the way. Merritt's open for three. That's off the mark. Rebound, Logan Bumgartner again. So Logan pulling in some rebounds here tonight for Stevens Point. It will go to Tyshawn to the free throw line outside. Carter Combs thought about it, drives it into the paint, spin move, tried to take it up, blocked away by Johnson. Nice block that time by the senior. On ahead, running down low, and a big-time foul. Logan said, well, I'm going to foul you. You're not going to get a freebie coming in here. And he did not get that freebie, that is for sure.
Is that Regan Merritt again on the floor? Well, anything I've said about acting is off the table. Wow.
The foul. It was Logan, wasn't it? Yeah. All right.
They're going to look at that to see if it was more aggressive. I think they're going to look at the tape here, Scotty, to see if there's a flagrant one.
Well, hopefully not, but...
Well, they took that block shot. We talked about defensive plays. They took that block shot and raced down the floor. You know, if you're able to score in that possession, you can go up 8. Instead, you get blocked, and down they go with the basketball. That was blocked, by the way, was Zach Johnson, who made a great play.
Yeah, he did. That was a good block on Carter, who was trying to make something go.
Yep.
You know, Carter's finding his way. Just a freshman. Does a pretty darn good job, but there are times where he does some freshman things.
Well,
I like the aggressiveness.
I do too, and he's going to be so good for 3 years. You know, and he'll be a 10-plus point per game scorer, which would just be a benefit because he's so solid playing defense and so good as a point guard. He's one of those I'd rather pass and have an assist than score myself kind of kids, and you never have enough of those, right? But we've got a bunch of freshmen playing, and you know how fond I am is Al McGuire, who used to like to say the best thing about a freshman is they become a sophomore. But of course, in those days, freshmen couldn't play. So,
yeah.
So it truly was the best thing is when they became a sophomore.
Yep. Partners Pub and Grill in Stevens Point, your pre-gaming headquarters since 1977. Taste the tradition, Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Well, they have looked at the tape. Now they have to get together and figure out, do we have a flagrant or not?
Yeah, is it excessive? You know, did the play put that player in any kind of harm's way, and was it more aggressive and excessive than what was necessary? And so it's not the old days, like you just had to go and intentionally think you're going to hurt somebody, or flagrant foul used to mean something much different. A flagrant one now is you were just too aggressive.
Well, they're still conferring.
Yeah.
They brought the veteran, Joe Thiessen, in to take a look at it.
You know what? I think they'd like to call it flagrant one, but I'm not sure. Coach Sternbach made his case, and if they're going to call it or not.
Well, you come back with Combs, Butler, Myron, T. Johnson, and Crone. And apparently they're going to call a flagrant.
Based on what coaches react, and they're going to call a flagrant. So now he's going to get 2 free throws and then the flagrant. So he'll get 3. The flagrant will be shot with nobody around him.
Well, Regan Merritt will be at the free throw line here. 14:33 to go in the ball game. And Regan Merritt at the free throw line. His first is good.
Now he'll get 2 more.
Yeah, you can plead your case, but you're not going to, unfortunately, win it. Second one is no good.
And that's a big deal here at 14:33 mark.
Yeah. And so he made 1 out of the 2, and now they get the basketball.
Yep.
38-33 is your score. Pointers have the lead, by the way. Long way to go. Anderson, the inbounder. And he bounces it right underneath. Merritt got free and got an easy layup.
That was a really well-conceived inbounds play.
Yeah,
they hit us on some of those at River Falls.
Carter Combs, and a reaching foul is now going to be whistled on Regan Merritt.
Well, that was a good possession, the last one for Regan Merritt.
Yeah. 16 fouls on the Pointers, now 4 on River Falls. Seth Myron to inbound right in front of us. He's got a bandage of some sort on that right elbow now.
They were doing a lot of checking with his mobility, both in the arm and the fingers, and good enough to play.
They call that a contusion, I suspect, right? Cal Crone at the elbow, got spree down the lane, layup, rolls off the rim.
Ouch.
Oh, boy.
Good attack.
Anderson with it, yep. Johnson front court. Pointers still lead by 3. Into the corner, 3 on the way, off the mark, tipped around. Cal got it into the hands of Carter Combs. Carter starts up across the timeline, leaves it for Butler. Hand off to Ty Sean. He'll take it to the top of the circle. Back left, it'll go to Butler. Butler to the free throw line to Cal. Back to Josiah. He is guarded out there now by Bennett Wright. Gets down the lane. That's a blocking foul.
Yeah, that has to be a block.
He's well under the basket.
It's inside the circle. I mean, way inside the circle.
Yeah.
We're talking about, you're not familiar with it. Most fans are by now. We're talking about that little half circle out in front of the rim. And the defender was a full stride. He was almost under the rim. So, easy call for the official, really.
That is Regan Merritt with the foul, I guess.
Is that who they
I actually,
well, he's on
that's
the
what
bench.
our scoreboard says. It had to be Butler, wasn't it?
It had to be Butler.
They got the wrong guy fouled, at least according to the scoreboard.
Well, especially since he's not on the floor.
Which makes it harder to foul.
Yeah,
I've been known to be able to foul from there, but I just want to make sure they have the foul on the right guy. He wasn't on the floor, was he?
No, he wasn't. He went out after the foul up on top. They subbed him. So, I mean, it was...
Now they finally flipped it over.
Yeah, it was clearly on Jacob Butler.
Butler made one out of the two-pointer lead at 4:39-35. Up the floor it will come. Dylan Parker back in there. Out on top it'll go to Anderson, pinned down by Myron. Right side with it there is Wright. Down to the baseline, Anderson sneaks in, back to the corner. Butler wants three, and he got it. You cannot leave him alone.
That's his third. He shoots about 25% on the year, but he's got three here tonight.
Carter Combs out on top to Malik. Seth gets a step going baseline. Got cut off, spins, stops, goes up right hand, and it rolls off the rim again.
I tell you what, if he uses the glass there, it's a much easier shot.
39-37. How does that not go in, right? But it didn't. So Pointer's trying to make a steal. It'll go left side, back to Parker down the lane. Got away with a walk, kick out right. Takes it into the lane, spin move, lost ball, picked up by Carter Combs. Lead feed, Josiah Butler. He will take it in, lays it up and in. And they get a foul on top of it. Well, good job by Carter to get the ball out, and a break there for Stevens Point. They got away with the travel. That wasn't called, but the Pointers got the ball back and got it up the floor.
Yeah, another great play by your freshman Carter Combs, who got that loose ball and knew that he had a good job of keeping your head up and kicking it up the floor.
All right, Darius Bolden back in. And Seth is going to get a little rest here.
Scotty, that Jacob Butler shot was credited as a 2.
Oh, okay. Well, good. And Josiah makes good.
The two Butlers having pretty good days.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, Pointer lead at 5, 42-37. There's an illegal screen by Butler.
Yeah. You know what? He wasn't gonna screen out of the and then actually reached out, stepped out, and it was an unnecessary foul from that standpoint, Scott. He was just trying to help his guard bring the ball up. There was no need to stretch out and take that foul.
So Point will get the ball back here. Haven't been able to get higher than 6 points. No. Darius over to Malik. Cal on the block. Gets it there against Leifker. Cal steps out. Josiah, right wing, crossover down to the baseline against Parker. Dishes back out on top. Darius wants three. Off the rim, no. Tip. Out on the wing. Anderson comes down with it. Good effort.
Yep.
And back comes Dylan Parker into the front court over to the right wing, Anderson. 12:03 to go in the ball game, so an awful long ways to go. Right in the corner, in deep. Leifker got a little push off and scored.
Good job of using his big body to give himself some space.
Josiah Butler into the front court. Pointer lead at 3. Gets it to Cal. Josiah right side. Darius cross court. Malik attacks. Gets in deep. Can't get a shot up. To the corner, it'll go to Butler. Anderson there. Butler trying to work free. Out on top to Carter. Drives it down the lane. Goes in. Underlays. Got his own rebound. Off it'll come to Malik. Lost it. Picked it back up. into the corner
What do they
to
got?
Darius, and what are we going to get now?
Got a foul on.
Foul whistled on whom?
He's saying 15.
There isn't a 15 on the floor.
We don't. Bumgartner's not on the floor.
No, he was not on the floor.
And Riley Ashburn wasn't on the floor.
So we'll have to wait and see again whom the foul is going to be called on. Vista Royale Campground on Isherwood Road in Bancroft, making memories one campsite at a time. I'm not sure about these guys tonight. They're holding up some hand signals that are confusing a couple of old guys like us.
Well, that sure looked like 1-5.
And that's what he held up. That is exactly what he held up, John. I'm there with you on that one.
Now, that all happened on the backside. The ball had kicked over here, and whatever was going on was down low left, and that's where the whistle came. So probably a hold defensively, I'm guessing. But your guess is as good as mine on who it would have been called on.
Well, we'll wait and see. They still don't have an indication.
No, they still got one up there, but that's the Jacob Butler
that's the
foul.
old one. I mean, it had to be a foul, right, to stop the game?
And now, interestingly enough, the shot clock is at 15.
Yeah.
If they fouled, the shot clock should be at 20.
Well, I'm confused. I don't know about you.
And the shot clock.
You know what? I'm not sure they called a foul because they didn't add a team foul. So what could stop the clock?
You know, interestingly enough, he said 1-5, Scotty.
Yeah.
That's what's on the shot clock.
Yeah,
Maybe they were trying to correct the shot clock.
Oh, maybe. Carter Combs trying to inbound, got it into Cal against Leifker, goes up, in and out. Used the glass again right there. Here comes Zach Johnson into the front court. Cal can't buy one down there tonight. Long cross court. Gavin Ralph, pardon me. It'll go there to Johnson down to the baseline against Malik. Tosses it up on top. Wangohu skips it out on top. Malik almost with the steal, and then he'll get called for a foul.
Yeah, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Team foul number 7. So you're gonna send Zach Johnson to the line. With 10:57 to go, Scotty, both teams shooting free throws. Free throws could become a crucial factor in this game.
Zach Johnson, front end of a 1-and-1 here. Pointers lead by 3. Senior hometown product. First on the way, not going to go. Rebound Darius Bolden. Seth Myron getting set to come back in off to Malik. To the top of the circle. Leaves it for Butler. Wangohu fought his way over the top of that screen. Down on the baseline to Malik. Got to get him going somehow. He has not been good so far here tonight offensively. Darius to a cutting Carter Combs. Left block, spins, goes up right hand. Left it a little short. Rebound, Carter. Oh, he'll get called for a foul. I thought he was going to get the ball, and then nope. That's his third, and now you send River to the line at the other end again.
Yeah, and what you don't like there, Scotty, I mean, the unfortunate part about that, you like the aggressiveness, but the unfortunate part is they get to go and have a chance to score 2 when the foul occurred 85 feet away from their basket.
Yep. Leifker, front end of a 1-and-1. 42-39 pointers. It's been a struggle.
Yep. Leifker is 70% free throw shooter.
First one is good.
As a team, they shoot just 65%. 29% they shoot from behind the three-point line. That might be some of their struggles this year. They haven't shot real well.
Second one coming up. Yeah, as a team, 65.4%. He made them both. So it's a 1-point lead.
So that
You've had a couple of cracks to extend that lead and have not gotten the job done. Myron up on top, Malik off the Cal screen. Down to the right block, into a double team. Back out to Darius on the wing. Josiah kept that pivot foot down. Gives it up to Malik near the top of the circle. Crossover, free throw line, down the lane. Spin move, goes up, score!
There's the Malik we know with that stretched out layup.
44-41 pointers.
Can we get a stop?
Right side, wing, Johnson. Gets by Butler, and his pass tip picked up out on the wing. Ralph. Wangohu into the right corner against Darius. Down low, stolen away by Seth Myron. Somebody got a piece of that.
Yeah, and it just was not a good entrance pass.
Darius to the free throw line, takes it down the lane, fumbled it, got it back. Now open, baseline jumper. He's got it.
Yep, just kind of found his way on the right baseline. Nobody went with him after that fumble.
Back up by 5, Stevens Point. 9:27 to go in the basketball game. Wangohu, as his man fell down, that was Josiah Butler. Off to Johnson on the wing, lifts the three and hits it over Darius.
Well, he can do that to you. He's a great shooter.
46-44. Zach Johnson with that three. Back come the Pointers, up by a pair. Cal out on the wing. Bounces to Butler inside to Cal. He's fouled from behind by Leifter. And for Leifter, I believe his second. Cal now goes to the line here for Stevens Point.
Well, you start to worry at that point of the game at 8:55 that Zach Johnson is one of those guys that can take over a basketball game. So you're really going to have to lean on him these last 9 minutes.
And you talked about it, but make free throws, and Cal misses the front end.
Well,
all right, 46-44, lead feed. Wangohu in the left corner. Runs baseline, gets in against Cal, and ties the game.
Yeah, the smallest guy on the floor scores over one of the taller ones. Tough move.
46 apiece. Seth over to the right side to Butler. Just a struggle.
Yep.
Whatever it is, it's a struggle. Cal picked up the dribble. Needs help. Gets it to Malik. Didn't want to take the outside shot. Got in deep. Goes up. No, but a foul.
Well, you would have liked to see that on that end one. He did all the hard work. The hits had gone by him at the point of release. Just overlaid it.
Logan Baumgartner getting set to come back for Stevens Point. Malik will be at the free throw line here.
The ever important foul line.
Yep. Free throw. That foul, by the way, on Gavin Ralph was his first. 9 on the Falcons, team fouls, 8 on the Pointers. Missing free throws is so costly.
We're down to 50% now on the foul line.
And he got that one back over 50%. 47-46, 8:20 to go. Find a way, win by 1. Johnson front court. Off the high screen. Coming left, gives to the corner. Into the lane, Adams, turnaround jumper, rolls off the rim, Butler with a rebound.
That was a tough try, fade away from about 11 feet.
Carter Combs front court, bounces, right side Myron. Seth against Leifter. Tries to take him down on the baseline, swings the pass over into the corner to Malik. Shot clock at 12. Combs on top, starts left. He's gonna, his man fell down, didn't take the three. Got it to Carter inside, rolls another one off the rim.
Wow.
How many missed layups can you have? Into the front court, Johnson, top of the circle. Step back, three, off the mark, rebound fought for. And Josiah Butler comes out with it.
Scotty Carter won't get an easier 2 all year.
Nope. Carter on the wing, up on top, it'll go to Josiah Butler. Pointers by 1. Butler getting by Johnson, then got cut off, got in deep, spin move, nothing there. Still pinned down. Out it'll go to Malik, over to Carter, over to the right side. 10 on the shot clock. Myron down the lane. Turnaround jumper, not gonna go. Leifter with a rebound.
And that was a tough fadeaway.
Wangohu into the front court. There again, you had the taller guy on you.
Yeah.
You talked about that before. Now with a basket, they can get the lead. Wangohu in the right corner off to Johnson. Leifter and over to the left side. Ralph into the lane, down the lane. He dragged the pivot foot.
That one they got.
Tricor Cares, dedicated to helping our clients, employees, and communities succeed. Offices statewide, including Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Wisconsin Rapids. Timeout, 6:45 to go in the game. We're back in 1 minute. Pointers basketball on WPCN. 6. On your final score sports bar and grill scoreboard, Stevens Point with the 1-point lead, 6:45 to go. The final score, where you can score amazing food and drinks at Stevens Point's perennial sports bar and grill.
Scotty, both these teams going to look at their free throw percentage at the end of tonight. 58% for River Falls, 57% for Stevens Point.
Carter Combs front court, left side Myron, across the way to Butler. Butler drives it down to the basket, puts it up and scores it. He's got that soft touch off the glass.
He does, and he loves going to his right hand.
Parker into the front court for the Falcons. Out on top, it'll go there to Thompson. Left side, Merritt. Outside three for Parker. Off the rim, no, and a rebounding foul on Leifger.
I'm going to tell you what, good play by Leifger, Scotty. He was in a real battle with Logan Bumgartner, and instead of giving up when that shot came from outside, he managed to spin around and get inside on Logan, and he just really secured that inside position. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, if they miss this shot, I know who's got the rebound, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, he'll go to the line. This is a 1-and-1, by the way. That's 4 personals on Logan.
He made his last 2, did he not?
Free throw is good. He did. So a 2-point pointer lead. That's 6:16 to go.
That's a good play. That's a case of a player not giving up and playing hard through the play.
Second is not going to go. Rebound, Carter Combs.
Another 1 for 2. That seems to be the story of the game for both of these teams.
49-47, Malik on top to Cal. Handoff, Butler. Butler against Merritt off the screen by Cal. A step back by Josiah, not online. Tipped around loose, and a rebounding foul is going to go on Pro.
Now, Cal, I thought he was over the back there, Sky.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
We've got to stop sending people to the line on plays 85 feet away. It's been hard for both teams. Let's face it, we're at 49-47. It's been hard for both teams to find scoring opportunities, and you sure don't want to give them those free throws from 85 feet away. Now, obviously, you're playing hard and you're trying to get that second chance opportunity, but Cal did not have good position there.
It is going to put Leifger right back on the free throw line. Yeah, well, you like being aggressive, trying to get the rebound, but Leifger missed the first. By the way, that's 10 team fouls, so everybody from now on is going to get 2.
We've had 7 lead changes tonight, 4 ties. And I tell you what, we've led this game about 25 minutes, Scotty.
Missed them both. Wow. Rebound to Myron.
Good foul.
I guess.
Oh, boy.
49-47, Carter Combs. Can somebody score a basket? Malik down to the baseline. Out on top to Carter, over to Seth Myron. Gets a step, goes inside. Short jumper, got it.
That was a tough play. He had to shoot that off glass from about 6 feet out.
And on the baseline somehow. Parker into the front court, pointers by 4. Off to Thompson, right side. With it is Merritt. Parker back out. Anderson got by his man down the lane, scooping layup, and he'll score it.
Yeah, he got Myron up high on the catch, and that allowed him to get around him.
51-49, Butler to Combs. Bounces, top of the circle to Cal. Hands it to Seth. Left side to Carter. Down on the baseline, it'll go to Butler. Butler holds there. Takes it against Parker. Double team comes. Barely held on to that one. Carter with 5 on the shot clock. Fakes the 3. Drives it down to the baseline. Myron jumper good. What a nice pass.
Great play by Carter Combs.
4:44 to go.
Timeout, Stevens Point, Sky.
Yep, and this is going to turn into a full timeout for Stevens Point. We'll stay here. 53-49 pointers. And that will leave Stevens Point with 2 timeouts and River with 3 timeouts to go in the ball game.
Well, that timeout is all about defense. Can we get a stop after a bucket? So quickly scored, took the timeout, get the guys a little water, a quick rest, and talking about this very important next defensive possession.
Yeah.
Pointers just 19 of 50 tonight, 38%. And River Falls, 17 of 37, 45%. Amazingly, Stevens Point has had 13 more shots, Scotty, than has River Falls, and lead by just 4.
Yeah. Well, they're not making any baskets.
Nope. 50 shots. I mean, that's not too bad. We've shot better from behind the three-point line than we have of a general field goal percentage. So
How many missed layups? I mean,
Yep.
a couple of those drops, this looks a whole lot different, but they haven't, right? So whatever the end game is what you have going here. All right, 4:44 to go. Pointer women are down 2 with about 30 seconds to go in their game.
Tell me River Falls isn't a nemesis for UW Stevens Point women.
Yeah, they have been
always
forever.
Play us really well.
Into the front court will come Johnson. Pointers are up 4. Johnson bounces it off to Leifker. Leifker against Cal across the way. Anderson, he's another senior. Merritt in the corner against Combs. Tosses it out on top to Johnson. Back to Merritt. Trying to get by Carter. Got into the lane. Covered up. Kick out Anderson. 3. No. Rebound. Baseline tip by Malik into the hands of Carter Combs.
Malik had to come all the way from his defensive wing position to get a piece of that rebound.
Butler left side. It'll go to Myron. Leaves it for Cal outside over to Carter Combs. Johnson on him. Left it'll go to Malik. Butler, 10 on the shot clock now. Merritt on him. Off the screen. Pull-up jumper. He's got it. Yep. Big screen by Cal there.
Yep, Merritt fell down. Didn't get the call that time.
55-49. Johnson into the front court. Butler trying to poke it away. Gets a little give and go. Got
travel.
him. He traveled. Ball comes free. Picked up by Carter Combs. Maybe he kept that pivot foot down while the officials thought he did. Carter into the free throw circle. Turns. Backs it out. Gives it off to Malik. Pointers by 6. Have not gotten over that hump. Carter Combs up on top to Josiah Butler. Stevens Point trying to win this game. Down the left of the lane. Step back by Josiah. Score. And what's the
They're going to
call?
call Josiah for a push-off. You know, I was on the other side, so I didn't get a good look at it. But we have seen him push off before on those kinds of situations, and the official said offensive foul.
Yep. And he made the shot, as you hear in our disappointment. 3:18 to go. Hey, the Pointer women have tied it up.
Nice.
Down to 21 seconds to go in River.
Coach.
It's 55-49 right here, and a timeout taken by the Falcons, or is this a media?
You know what? Since it still 2 and 3, it's media. Coach hasn't been that happy with some of these calls tonight. He usually is pretty passive on the sideline. He's been as demonstrative tonight on some of these calls as we have seen. I don't think he liked that call at all.
Well,
And I didn't see it that well. I just know that we on a few occasions have seen some cases where Josiah has sort of pushed the ball into a defender so he could back up and get an open shot. And they're always close. And that time the call went against him. Now, it wouldn't surprise me because he did find himself pretty wide open.
55-49 is your score.
Just can't get away from him.
No. That would have been nice, an 8-point lead, but
You would have got it. You would have got it up to 3 possessions. Stills at 6. And anytime you're up only by 6 and they've got Zach Johnson on the floor, you're more than a little nervous.
Yeah, yep, for sure. All right, here you go. They'll bring it up the floor. Still a lot of time with 3:18 to go.
Tons of time.
Johnson into the front court. Butler on him. Stops and bounces it. Leifker right back to Johnson. Trying to shake free. Top of the circle. Still holds the dribble. Picked it up. Lobs it across the way. Into the corner. It'll go to Wangolu. And what?
I think that'll be on Josiah Butler. I think it'll send Mr. Leifker back to the line. That was a switch off up on top on that ball screen. And we switched on Johnson. Cal went out on the ball screen, and that put That put Josiah down on the big guy, and
Well, Leifker gets 2 more now here.
It's too bad they couldn't switch that back, Scotty.
First one is good.
Well, look at their 2 scoring stars rest of the game. You would think Leifker and Johnson would do a lot, have the ball in their hands a lot.
Missed the second, Malik with a rebound.
Boy, they've missed their share, too. This could easily be a tied game.
Yep. It will go to Malik up on top to Josiah Butler. Right side to Combs. Carter playing a lot of minutes here tonight. Handoff will go to Carter. Over to the left wing into the hands of Butler. Stevens Point by 5, 2:41 to go. Cal gets free, goes in, blocked, and Leifker with the foul.
Now you've got to go to the line and you've got to make some foul shots. You know,
Crone will get 2.
It's almost, hate to say it, it's almost getting one of those situations where players on the floor are going, don't foul me, because so many foul shots are being missed that I don't think either team is walking up there with a great deal of confidence right now.
All right, Cal gets a pair here. First one is in the air and rims out, no.
You know, and here's where you got to forget about outcome. You got to forget about make or miss or get ahead of yourself. Oh, what happens if I miss this? You got to just stay in the process here. Make a good free throw.
Cal will get a second opportunity. That one is good. So he makes 1 out of the 2 and a 6-point pointer lead. Women are headed to overtime. Wangohu, right side, Johnson. Off the screen, top of the circle, across the way, it'll go there to Thompson. Wangohu with it against Seth, got inside, down the lane, blocked by Seth. Wangohu got it back, jump ball. That'll go Pointers. Nice job by Seth.
Yep, he was on top of that one.
So Pointers will get the ball.
At one point, will River Falls start to extend their defense?
Pointers will bring it up with Cal Crone here. Leaves it for Josiah Butler. Pointers lead by 6. Have not gotten a lead bigger than that. I don't think, did it get to 7? Cal holds it outside the arc.
Nope.
Butler on the left wing into the corner. Takes it into the lane, down the lane, scooping layup. Got it!
And there's your biggest lead.
And a timeout as Butler went down on that one.
Yep, and he went sliding into those chairs, Scotty, that are part of that new experience.
I hope it's just a cramp.
Yeah,
That's the way it appears at the moment.
It looks like they're trying to massage that calf out, which would imply to me a cramp.
Auto Select, quality, dependable auto repair and service performed by technicians that you can trust. 8-point pointer lead.
In a funny way, that is kind of a break against River Falls. They had taken that through the net and was ready to fly with it, and the official had to stop because of the injury, which you have to do.
Yeah.
But with Josiah on the floor over the baseline, it was going to be 5-on-4 for a little bit.
Well, that is going to bring Darius Bolden back into the game.
Yep.
Wangohu will bring it up against Darius. Leaves it for Johnson. Pointers up 8. Right side. Ralph got it. Wangohu, free throw line. Outside Ralph. Over the top of the circle. Jump pass back up. Poked away, picked up by Malik.
Yep,
nice job by Malik.
And we're playing Johnson big with Malik.
Darius Bolden into the front court. Wangohu, crossover dribble. Darius into the lane. Elects to kick it out to Myron. Off, it'll go to Carter Combs. Up near the timeline, Johnson on him. Out to Cal. Shot clock drops down to 10 now. 1:10 to go in the ball game.
Timeout.
And a timeout point. They'll have 8 on the shot clock, 1:08 on the clock.
See if they put Josiah Butler back out there if he's capable.
Now, that might be exactly what they do here. It is a full timeout.
But he hasn't checked in.
Well, not yet, but you have some time.
Yep. They're talking right now what they want to do.
Yep. 1:08 to go in the game. Pointers do have an 8-point lead at the moment.
Here he comes.
And that's good. Yeah, Josiah will get back into the game here.
I think that might have always been the purpose of that timeout.
Marquette women, a win over St. John's, 57-55. Badger women, well, same old story.
Boy, oh boy.
They lose again, this time to Southern Cal, 86-64.
They just can't get it turned around down in Madison on the women's side, can they?
No, they cannot.
Well, timeouts now. We have but one left. Something to keep in mind. If they score and you can't get it on the floor, you still got a timeout. River Falls has 3 left to take. And both teams are shooting 2. Matter of fact, both teams have been shooting free throws for a long time now.
Yeah.
8 seconds to go. Time, what are we going to run? You put Josiah on the floor. You might think they're going to run something backside for him off the screen. Let's see what happens.
Adams, Leifger, Johnson, Wangohu, and Ralph on the floor. So the starters all there for River. Bolden, Combs, Crone, Butler, and it'll go into Crone, back to Darius. Spins into the lane, jump stop, kick out, Carter. 3 on clock, into the lane, block shot by Johnson. There was a ton of body. Johnson into the front court, down the lane, layup off the rim, no. Battle for the rebound, put back by Leifger, no. Tipped up again, no. Cal had it, couldn't hang on. Bolden falls to the floor with it. That's an automatic travel.
Yeah. Oh, nope, we got a foul instead.
Yeah, who's...
No. See, we've been misinterpreting that 20 on the shot clock. See, we're wise to him now. Wow, we just couldn't get that rebound.
No, but you know what? It extended the clock out a little bit at least. 49.5 seconds remain.
You know what? Darius early in that possession, Scotty, had a position to hit a little 10-footer.
Agreed.
And turned it down. And I thought that was a shot he needed to take. At that point, when Carter Combs got it, there was 3. And Johnson is just bigger, longer, and was able to block that try.
Yep. And on top of it, Carter's going to his left. He's a right-handed shooter, so yeah, that was Darius had 10-footer in the lane.
Yeah, and maybe could have went all the way and drew a foul.
Possibly.
But, there's a case for understanding, time and clock. Some of that 8 seconds had run already, so in his mind, he had to know it was at 5. Well, easy for him, right? But that's the play in that sequence that should have been the shot. It didn't happen. And Johnson made a good shot for River Falls. Unfortunately, he went down and in traffic missed a bunny too. Just could we get up to get the rebound and couldn't quite secure it.
58-50 is your score. Still in pretty good shape.
Yeah, still work to do though. They hit a 3 here.
Oh, yeah. It's not over.
Well, no, I mean, and the way we've been shooting, and they have been shooting free throws, Scotty, if they can hit a 3 here, foul quickly, get us to miss a couple, and away you go.
58-50. River will inbound off the baseline. 49.5 seconds. 20 on the shot clock as they get it into Adams. All the way around, Wangohu for 3, and he got it just like that.
What a big shot from Wangulu. He hasn't looked at that. Wangohu. He hasn't looked at that a lot tonight.
Pointers having a little trouble getting it up the floor. Carter does into the front court. Malik underneath the Cal. Doesn't finish to the basket, and the foul on Adams.
Well, one of our better free throw shooters in this circumstance is going to go to the line. It's only 5 points, 36-4 to go. Plenty of time. Boy, that was a big shot.
Yeah,
by Wangohu.
That is a fact. Darius will get 2 here.
Now, he was open, but he stroked it in.
Darius at the free throw line. Crowd pretty quiet. First one's not going to go.
Oh, boy.
And open the door.
Yeah.
River's going to take another 30-second timeout to let him think about that second one.
Darius, 77%.
You'd really like to get this one so you have a full 2-possession lead, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, and you would have liked them both for that 3 for the 7. But you would have thought that might have secured a win, but now game on.
Yeah.
This is setting up similarly to what we saw at River Falls, where they had a last possession and a 3-point shot would have won it for them. Boy, you can't.
Yeah.
And you know, we didn't close out that game either.
Well, here we go. It is an interesting night around the conference. I'm going to tell you that.
Well, 36.4 seconds to go here.
All their men's games are finals now. Big free throw coming up for Darius Bolden, the senior out of Glendale Nicolay.
Need this one.
Yes, indeed. It's on the way, and it gets in the bottom of the basket. Seth Myron wanted to get into the game. They didn't get him in on time. Into the front court comes Johnson. Stopped up by Darius. Ball pop free. Picked up by the Pointers.
That could do it.
It'll go to Butler in the corner, and they're going to foul Carter Combs.
Boy, oh boy. The last thing River Falls needed there was a turnover.
I think Darius got the piece of it that knocked it free, right?
Yep. That was brilliant commentary there, Scotty, saying the last thing River Falls needed there was a turnover.
Well, hey, I'll give you credit for being brilliant and obvious. Mr. Obvious. They had a cartoon about you way back when we were in college.
Well, good defensive play by the Pointers. Let's put it on the positive to the Stevens Point.
Carter's free throw.
Oh, you're feeling pretty good, Scotty. You've got that 7-point lead.
25 seconds to go in the game. Combs makes it a 7-point lead. Can get it back up to 8 points here. And he does.
Hey, a couple free throws
count on with Carter.
By your freshman.
61-53, Johnson front court against Darius.
No foul.
Got by him right to the rim. Missed it. Tipped up. No. Rebound. Wow. Josiah Butler.
Wow.
And you're going to win this one. They don't call the foul.
They are going to call it.
Eventually.
Yeah, no need, but they did.
Yeah.
Wow, you know, things, talk about not going your way. Johnson, we were going to let score. Now, Malik certainly rose high and above that, but wasn't going to foul him. And not only did they miss the layup, and then they got an easy putback, and they missed that. So, tough night for both teams, maybe. But you know what? They have battled hard. This is such a typical, possession by possession, grinded out kind of a basketball game.
Butler misses the first.
And he's always come down to, a shot here, a foul there, a possession there, made some free throws. The margin of error is always so slim.
Second free throw for Josiah Butler.
Even the made free throws, Scotty, are rattling around.
Yep. Myron will come back in. Cal Crone will sit. Pointers are going to win this one.
Yep, they are. It's
up
a big,
by
big,
9.
It's a big win for the Pointers.
Oh, for sure.
What do we got?
10.7 seconds to go. Inbound, it'll go to Johnson. Just don't foul anybody, but he'll get a 3 off. That won't go. Rebound, Stevens Point. The clock will run out. And a hard-fought win in the queue tonight. Your final, Stevens Point 62, River Falls 53. We'll be back with more on the post-game show in just a little bit. UW Stevens Point men's basketball on WPCN.
Auto Select is your dependable...